Welcome back, Bar Stars. We are going to be doing a parallel and upper body blast. You're going to need one weight and a resistance band. Let's get started. Feet are in parallel, toes are in alignment, arm port-de-bras above the head, and we start to elevate. So we're coming from a nice, tight, parallel position here, and we're warming up our ankles, our calves, and we are lightly touching the bar. Now, everything you do in this class will be done on one side first, and then we will switch sides and repeat it. So we're adding our arm in here, center, and then high fifth. And we're just kind of alternating here with our lifts. Heels are kissing the floor as we're lifting up. Now I want you to take nice deep breaths. Inhale and exhale anytime that you need to. Shoulders are drawn away from the ears as we start our pulses up. And I'm keeping my heels just slightly raised from the floor here, and I'm port-de-bras my arm to the second position. Engage the core muscles. Close the rib cage. We're going to start to demi-plie. Very important here that you keep your head, neck, and spine in a nice alignment. And if it feels like too much holding this 2-pound weight, you can go ahead and set it down, take a quick stretch, and catch back on. Beautiful work. Just center to second. Long from the crown of the head. Ankles are nice and stable. If they start to wobble, this is not what we want. We want to set the weights down and reset the form so that our ankles are nice and supported and strong. Now we curl and release, and we take to high fifth. Curl and high fifth. Beautiful. You should be feeling a little bit now, starting to feel a little fire in that body. Curl and high fifth. Now we're just curling in, holding that nice position, keeping that arm reaching to the side, taking that demi-plie with those parallel positioned legs, holding and pulsing down. Tiny micro down pulse as the arm is pulsing in. Beautiful, beautiful work. Keep breathing. Inhale and exhale. As I mentioned, ankles are stable. You are not rolling in or out as you start to take the arm to the side and in, rotating and back to that curl position. You can go down about a half an inch into that parallel position if you'd like. Out and in. Beautiful. Or if you need to come up about a half an inch, you can do that as well. Now remember, we're doing this on the other side as well because we're working the arm with the leg. So it's important that we keep this movement working properly on both sides. All right, we've got our band. We're gonna go ahead and place it, and we're gonna come back down to our parallel position as we open and close. So we're just having the band right at the top of our quads here, opening and closing those legs. Open, center. Now I'm keeping my heels together in this position. Arm is nice and stable in a high fifth position. Feeling the resistance of that band. Once again, coming down if you need to as you take the arm to the side, reset the form, pulsing out, breathing. Controlling that movement, upper body is nice and held and stable. Hopefully you're gonna feel some good fire from this class, and hopefully you're not too sore. Good, holding that position, we're gonna start to take the arm center and open. Now I'm just rotating my arm in, palm up as I take it back out to second position. Legs are in a static hold here. Shoulders are drawn away from the ears, rib cage is closed. Head, neck, and spine are in alignment. Beautiful, so palm up. Beautiful work. Take it center and second. As you draw it in, keep the shoulders drawn away from the ears. You're taking your arm above your head now, and you're gonna go ahead and come down just about a half an inch, high on those toes, demi, and lift. Now, if you don't wanna come up super high on the toes, that's totally fine. You can do this in parallel, as I mentioned. And if you are a newer to bar star, remember that you can use more of the kitten heels, so dropping those heels down just enough to kind of feel that elevate, but not over pressing on the toes. And just make a note here that you should be able to wiggle both your big toe and your pinky toe, not rolling in or out. And if you're feeling any pressure in your ankles, come down, roll them out, pedal the feet, and then get back into your parallel position. Demi, lift, up, and press. Demi, and press. Gorgeous work. Keep breathing for me here. We still have quite a bit to do because we have to do the other side. So hopefully you're going to come back and work out with me again. This is definitely a burner here. Pedal out those feet. right and left a few times. Breathing. Port above that arm above the head. Taking some deep inhale and exhales here. Rising to the toes. Coming down. Shoulders are drawn away from the ears. Light touch on the bar. And we start to circle right and left. Tiny micro circles here. Beautiful long neck. And as I mentioned, a light touch on the bar. I'm very lightly holding my weight here in the other hand. Keeping a nice rounded arm position. Keeping those ankles from wobbling side to side. Squeezing the glutes too as you get your circle completed here. Squeeze at the end. Toes are in parallel, angled in, arm to the side. We're gonna reach and take a little bot maw. Now I want you to remember that you're just kind of brushing that toe, you're pointing that toe, and you're drawing that elbow slightly behind the back of the body here. Towards your low back, and then you're serving it up to the side. Brushing and connecting with the floor. It can be a very low lift, but we just want to get that band working and feeling that resistance here. Good, now you're gonna pulse up. Adding that arm above the head if you'd like, and if it's getting to be a little bit too much, you can take your hand to your hip. We're gonna come into a flex here very soon. Beautiful flex and hold. Now just port a bra to the side in second position. Feeling those quads working with that band, keeping those hips square. Go ahead and reach and stretch for me. Reaching that heel towards the back of the bottom, softening that supporting leg. Taking a few deep breaths. Switching sides. Good, I'm just taking my hand on my hip here for a little balance. We're gonna change sides. We get to do all of this again. So we're starting with our eleves, rising to the ball of the toes. Once again, keeping that form in check. Light touch on the bar, keeping those ankles from wobbling. Arm is center and up. Now we're taking that full eleve. I hope that you are enjoying these little mini classes, these little bite-sized classes. These are classes you can do on your own in 15 minutes or less, or you can add them and tag them onto other classes on my YouTube channel to make them a little bit longer, 30 minutes or more. Lots of variety to choose from, and I'm posting these workouts every single week. Beautiful center to second with a little demi-plie here. You should be feeling a lot because this was a lower body challenge, so we did work both sides here, so we've done these movements twice. So hopefully by tomorrow you'll be feeling satisfied with your parallel position, let's put it that way. Keep that arm nice and rounded. I know it starts to get difficult, but keep those shoulders drawn away from the ears as you take it for your bicep curl and your high fifth movement now. I always mention to add a smile. It does help. It does help a little bit with these movements. Good bicep curl. And now we're holding here. Gorgeous work. Keep those ankles in check. Feel those quads working, cores engaged. Rib cage is closed. Good, now we're pulsing down pulse and in pulse with that arm. Once again, light touch on the bar. We're not relying on that bar for support. We're just using it for a little bit of a training mechanism as we do in bar to get us to the center with good posture and form. Good, now rotate that arm out to the side. Squeezing as you come in for that bicep curl. Holding those legs in a static parallel position with strong ankles. And you are long from the crown of the head. How are we doing at home? A little check-in with you guys. Good, now we're taking our active band here. I'm using 3D Active. We're rising up. We're sinking down. And we're just opening and closing those legs here. Now I am keeping my heels glued together in this position. And I am staying nice and parallel and lifted. Arm is above the head. Light touch on the bar. And I'm using a medium band. If you don't want to use your band, no big deal. And if you don't have a band, no big deal. You can always use a pair of old tights and actually tie them around the top to get a little bit of resistance if you would like to. I try to keep my classes very simple and effective, and then that way, if you don't have everything that I am currently using in this class, it's okay. You can just work with your own body weight. Beautiful work. Take the arm center and second now, so palm and reach. Holding those legs in a nice static position. Keep breathing. I'm going to remind you, it's very important that you don't hold your breath, especially when things start to get difficult in barre class. Inhale and exhale. Now, if you need to drop the heels down for a moment. Keep that arm working if you can. And I'll be very interested to hear from you guys in the comment section if you felt this. So maybe comment the next day after you've taken class and let me know. Beautiful. We're into our demi-plie and our knee lift section now. Arms are rounded. We're getting very close to being done with class, I do promise. Remember, light touch, strong ankles. Lift and feel that resistance of the band. I'm taking a breath here. I'm sure you probably saw that. And another breath. Demi, tight, knee, and press. You can do this. You're strong, you're capable. You have got this. And as I mentioned, as you continue to do these classes a little bit more and a little bit more, you're going to be very surprised at how much strength you're gaining in a short amount of time. Arm port-a-bras back up. We're just pedaling those feet out, shaking out those ankles. Rise up. Breath as you sink down. Shoulders drawn away from the ears. And we're taking those circles. Right and left. And I want you to pay close attention here. They're just tiny circles. We're not overly arching our back as we circle right and left here. We are staying in a good postural alignment. And while we are opening our ribcage just a tiny bit as we circle to the back, we are closing it each time that we come back to center. Good, and we're keeping a very light fingertip touch on the bar as we angle in, and we're gonna serve and press to a little battement here. And we're brushing, connecting with the floor, and we're feeling that resistance band in our quads, back of our legs here. Shoulders, biceps, lower abdominals are working up and in. Supporting leg can be soft if you need it to be. Hips are square in this position. Port-a-bras the arm up as we start to pulse. Now we're taking an up pulse. Beautiful. We're coming into that nice flexed foot position here in just a moment as we port-a-bras the arm to second position. Beautiful. Go ahead and take that stretch. You have made it to the very end of class. Pat yourself on the back because this was definitely a challenging class today. Hand to the hip if you want a little bit of a balance. Please do check out my other classes, my vlogs. I have some easy recipes. Like, subscribe, and share. I love you guys so very much, and I'll see you soon.